It's the end of the month. You look at your bank account, and that familiar sinking feeling hits your stomach. You worked hard, you got paid, but somehow there's just nothing left. Or maybe you did try to make a budget. You wrote it all down, full of hope, only to watch it fall apart by the second week. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. A staggering 63% of Americans, including those earning over $100,000 a year, are living paycheck to paycheck. It feels like you're running on a financial treadmill, working harder but going nowhere. But what if I told you it's not your fault? What if the very way you were taught to think about budgeting is designed to fail? Stick around, because today we're not just talking about budgets. We're talking about breaking a cycle. We're exposing the 3 biggest mistakes that cause budgets to fail for beginners, and most importantly, giving you the simple, powerful fixes to take back control of your money for good. Mistake number 1, the mindset trap. Budgeting with guilt, perfectionism, and fear. The first and biggest mistake has nothing to do with spreadsheets or apps. It's the psychological trap of treating your budget like a punishment. We load it with negative emotions, guilt, fear, and a demand for perfection, and then we wonder why we can't stick to it. This mistake shows up in 2 key ways. The all-or-nothing fallacy. You create a perfect budget. Then, on Wednesday, you have a stressful day and order a $20 pizza that wasn't in the plan. The perfectionist in your brain screams, "You failed! The whole budget is ruined!" So you give up entirely. Think about it. If you are on a diet and ate 1 cookie, would you then decide to eat the entire box because you'd already failed? Of course not. The budget is the same. It's a tool for guidance, not a pass-fail test you can ruin with 1 mistake. The goal is progress, not absolute robotic perfection. The deprivation myth. The belief that a budget means cutting out every single thing that brings you joy. We're told to slash spending on entertainment, social connection, and hobbies because they aren't needs. But this ignores a fundamental truth about human beings. Psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs shows us that after basic survival needs like food and shelter are met, our needs for love, belonging, and esteem are critically important for a healthy life. A budget that treats these fundamental human needs as frivolous wants to be eliminated is essentially a plan for feeling deprived, and no one can stick to a plan that makes them miserable in the long run. So, how do we fix this? We stop trying to fit our life into a rigid, punishing budget and instead build a budget that fits our real life. First, reframe your budget. Stop calling it a budget if that word fills you with dread. Call it a spending plan or a freedom fund. This isn't just semantics, it's a psychological shift. It transforms the budget from a cage of restrictions into a tool of empowerment that directs your money toward what you truly value, whether that's a vacation, a debt-free life, or just peace of mind. Second, build in fun money. This is non-negotiable. Create a specific budget category for guilt-free spending. Call it entertainment, my sanity, whatever you want. This gives you explicit permission to be human, to go out with friends or buy that book. Knowing you have this freedom makes you far more likely to stick to the plan everywhere else. And finally, practice self-compassion. When you overspend, and you will, don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge it, adjust for it, and move on. Remember that things change, and you can always try again next month. Mistake number 2, the garbage in, garbage out problem, building on flawed foundations. A budget is like a calculator. It's only as good as the numbers you put into it. If you start with the wrong numbers, you're creating a plan that is guaranteed to fail from day 1. The gross versus net income catastrophe. The single most common and destructive error beginners make is budgeting with their gross income instead of their net income. Your gross income is that big, impressive salary number your employer tells you. Your net income, or take-home pay, is what's actually deposited into your bank account after all taxes and deductions are taken out. For example, if your salary is $60,000 a year, you might think you have $5,000 a month to work with. But after federal and state taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and maybe health insurance or retirement contributions, your actual take-home pay might be closer to $3,800. If you build your budget around that $5,000 number, you've created a $1,200 deficit before you've even spent a single dollar. You've set yourself up for failure. Expense amnesia and spending leaks. First, we forget about the predictable but non-monthly expenses. These are things like your annual Amazon Prime subscription, car registration, holiday gifts, or that insurance premium that hits every 6 months. They don't happen in your day-to-day budget, so you forget them, and when they hit, they blow your budget apart. Second, we ignore the invisible spending leaks. These are the small, frequent purchases that seem harmless at the moment, but add up to a fortune over the month. The $5 coffee, the $12 lunch, the $10 delivery fee. A $5 coffee every workday is over $100 a month. These leaks quietly drain your account without you even noticing. The fix: uncover your true numbers. The fix here is to become a financial detective for your own life. You need to uncover your true numbers. First, find your real income. Grab your latest pay stub. Look for the number that says net pay or take-home pay. That is the number you build your budget on. You'll see deductions listed like FICA, which is your Social Security and Medicare tax, as well as federal and state taxes, and maybe contributions to a 401k or health insurance. Understanding these deductions demystifies where your money is going before it even gets to you. Second, track your spending for 1 full month. Before you set any limits, just track. Go through your bank and credit card statements from the last 30 days and write down or categorize every single transaction. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering data. This process will shine a bright light on all those spending leaks and forgotten expenses you've been ignoring. Finally, create sinking funds for irregular expenses. Once you've identified those big non-monthly costs, create a sinking fund. This just means setting aside a small amount of money each month for a future expense. If your car registration is $120 a year, you just save $10 a month for it. When the bill comes, the money's already there, waiting. No budget-busting surprises. Mistake number 3, the rigidity failure. Using the wrong system and never looking back. The final mistake that derails beginners is picking the wrong system and then treating it like it's carved in stone. A budget fails when it's rigid and doesn't fit your personality, and when it's treated as a one-time event instead of a living, breathing process. The one-size-fits-none approach. There is no single right way to budget. The internet is full of people preaching their perfect system, but what works for a hyper-organized accountant might be a nightmare for a free-spirited artist. If you hate spreadsheets, forcing yourself to use a complex one will make you resent the process and quit. If you're a big-picture person, tracking every single penny will feel overwhelming. Forcing a system that clashes with your personality is a guaranteed recipe for failure. The set-it-and-forget-it delusion. Many people create a budget in January and then never look at it again. But a budget is a living document, not a historical artifact. Your life is constantly changing. Your income might go up or down, your goals shift, gas prices rise, you have a new baby. A budget that isn't reviewed regularly quickly becomes irrelevant and useless. The fix: find your flow and review it regularly. The solution is twofold. Find a system that flows with your life and build in a routine to keep it relevant. First, choose a flexible system that fits you. Here are 3 popular beginner-friendly options. The 50-30-20 rule. This is great if you want simple guidelines, not tedious tracking. You divide your take-home pay. 50% for needs, rent, groceries. 30% for wants, dining out, hobbies. and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's simple and balanced. The pay yourself first method. This is perfect if you want to prioritize savings and have freedom with the rest. The first bill you pay each month is to your savings and investment accounts. After that, you pay your essential bills, and the rest is yours to spend as you see fit. The envelope system, or cash stuffing. This is for visual, hands-on people who struggle with overspending on cards. You use physical cash in labeled envelopes for variable spending categories like groceries or entertainment. When the cash in an envelope is gone, you're done spending in that category for the month. It creates a powerful physical barrier to overspending. Second, schedule a money date. Pick a consistent, recurring time to check in with your budget. It could be 15 minutes every Sunday morning or an hour on the first of the month. Use this time to track your spending, see how you're doing, and make adjustments for the month ahead. Making it a routine turns it into a simple, powerful habit. So, there you have it. Budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about having the right mindset, using real numbers, and finding a flexible system that works for you. You have the power to make this work. Now that you know how to avoid these common mistakes, what financial topic do you want us to break down next? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips to help you master your money and build the life you want. Thanks for watching.